The books that I do like to read, I do like books that have trauma. I love trauma. We love trauma. Like, I had hooked on phonics because I wanted it, not because I needed it. But that is such a freaking cliche answer. Everybody says that. I have a hobby. I dive 10 toes down into that hobby, okay? Everybody, welcome back to another video. Hi, my name is Momo. I am new here to booktube and I wanted to do like a formal introduction so I can have my formal induction into booktube. I have met some amazing booktubers already. I'm trying to be a little more active on the booktube side of things. I figured I'd just share a few things about myself just so you guys can get to know me. So grab something to drink or not. Let's get right into the video. So I have a few questions written down that I've accumulated from watching like certain booktube tags. Yeah, let me bring out the notebook, you know it's real. Kind of tweaked it just a little bit. I changed kind of like the order because I just felt it flowed a little bit better. There were some questions in there like, who are your favorite booktubers? I have a lot and I don't want this video to be posted. I might say a name and you know, I might meet somebody amazing the very next day. So I kind of don't want to add that question. I do have a lot of booktubers that I watch. I just met this one that I'm like super obsessed with and I've been watching all her videos. I just love how she records her content, edits it, and like how she explains things is very motivational because I'm trying to be a good book reviewer, and watching her I'm just like, oh girl. I mean, I'm not trying to steal her flow. I'm definitely not trying to steal her flow. I am my own person, but it is very inspiring to see. Now let's get on to the questions. The first question is, why did you make this channel? I had this channel for a few years. I started off making just like regular vlogs with like family and friends. I was not really consistent with that. As I progress in my life and new hobbies start getting tacked on, it turned into a gaming channel where I would post like most of my highlights and clips and my progression playing Call of Duty. Since then, I was like, you know, I don't want to make another channel just for books. I should, but I think that's like the beauty of YouTube. You can make your channel whatever it is that you like. So right now I'm in my book girl era. I still do game, but I haven't gamed in a while because my school life, my nursing school life has been taking a huge toll on me. Your girl has a lot going on, and with YouTube, this is my outlet to kind of escape the busy and craziness that I'm doing in real life. The channel was made just for fun and just because I'm a lover of YouTube. The next question is, when did you start reading? I started reading honestly when I was very, very young. I want to say maybe kindergarten. My infatuation with books started at such a young age, so I don't really remember when I started reading per se, but it did start with like Clifford books, and I moved into like those the Hungry Caterpillar, and I'll try to post a few pictures of the books that I was reading back when I was a child. And then I moved on to chapter books probably as soon as I can read chapter books, and that was like Junie B, Ramona, Goosebumps, where you had to like flip to page 36 to get an alternate ending. I was reading Captain Underpants. I was reading a whole bunch. One of my favorites was this series. I think it was called like the LOL series or something, where it was just like nothing but text messages and it had like a pink cover. I'm gonna try to insert a picture of that book here. It was such a fun book as a preteen, middle schooler. So like I can remember different phases of my reading journey. I can't really tell you when it really started, but I've always had a book collection. I've always been in love with books. I do have long periods of reading slumps. My reading slumps are not just like your 1 week, 2 months. No, I can be in a reading slump for years and not even pick up a book. My last current reading slump was 2 years. I read back in 2022 and then I'm picking up again in 2024. The third question is, what got you into reading? Again, this kind of ties into the second question. I don't know where I started this reading from. It could have been like my school broadcasting those scholastic book orders, like you have to buy a book, you have to buy a book. At the actual book fair, I don't think I've ever gotten a book. My grandparents too were very big on like us reading. Like I had hooked on phonics because I wanted it, not because I needed it. However, I think I still did need it. I don't know what it is about my reading. Like I've been reading for years, but there are some words that still like kind of trip me up, and I have to like legit sound it out, and sometimes I just can't get it. I know it's definitely like a learning disability, a learning curve that I need to adjust to. I've never had like an IEP or anything like that, but for somebody that's been reading her whole life, there's still some words that I just can't comprehend. I don't know. My family has been very big on us like in the school books, and my grandparents had like this big encyclopedia of books, like actually encyclopedias. I loved encyclopedias. I have no idea what it was. And like the Guinness Book of World Records, I was obsessed. Don't know when that pivotal moment was where I was like, oh my gosh, reading is for me. The next question is, why do you love reading? I love reading because it transports you into a whole different world. I love how when you are in a book, you can make up the entire picture in your head. It's a movie in my head that I made. Our brain could take a book, somebody else's words, and we can watch a movie in our head. I don't know, what power is that? I love it. It is my happy place. Everything else in the world does not matter when you are reading. It is just something magical. I can literally not find any words to describe what reading is like. Feelings that you're getting from reading a book, like you can cry, you can be angry, sad, happy, like literally kicking your feet up, giddy, and then the next 2 pages you are sobbing. Like it's crazy. I don't know what else can make you do that without visually seeing what is happening. Like reading is magical. I don't know how else to describe it. The next question says, where do you read? I typically read in my room, on my bed. Sometimes I'll read in the car if I'm like on my lunch break or something. As of recently, I've been reading on the train. I read a lot on my Kindle there, and I try to like read whenever I kind of can, but not when I'm like around my family or friends, because we are very social. And if I just pulled out a book or my Kindle, they're gonna be like, girl, are we boring you?
Why do you have a book at the table?
Why is your Kindle here when we are listening to music?
Like, you know, like I have to be present when I'm with my people. The next question says the types of books and genres that I like. So I have a problem with this question, and I'm not even going to lie to you guys. Like I've told you, my reading has been very sporadic throughout my life. Despite me starting at such a young age, I have kind of picked up just a little bit of everything. So now that I'm getting older, I've noticed that I do like romances, but a lot of the romances, no offense to the romance girlies, a lot of the romances to me have seemed cheesy. I don't know, like maybe because they were just like fake rom-coms, or I don't know, or maybe I just really have not dived into really great books. If you guys have any recommendations, please let me know. I did love the first book in ACOTAR, so maybe I'm a fantasy girly, but I do like a little bit of dark. Like I love the idea of dark romance or like dark academia. I know when I was reading heavily, I loved like the Vampire Diaries first book, and I like Marked by PC, I forget the name. I loved City of Bones, so maybe I do like the whole fantasy genre, but I just don't know like what is really my thing. So that is something that I really want to discover while I'm more consistent with my reading journey as of now. The books that I do like to read, I do like books that have trauma. I love trauma. We love trauma. We love books that are going to give us some emotion. We love books that have a little bit of spice or a lot of spice. I don't mind that. I like it, but I like a book with spice. One of my favorite books that I really did like was an urban mafia cartel type of book. It literally is called The Cartel. That book was amazing. One of my also all-time favorite books ever growing up was The Coldest Winter Ever. Love that book. I really wish that there was a movie for it. I loved it so much I went out as a child and tried to buy the second book, Midnight, and I started reading it and it was trash. Did not like it. I know that I like books with family conflicts. I hope I find the type of books and the genres that I like to read throughout this next coming year, because we are wrapping up 2024 and I really don't know what genre I like to read the most. So hopefully we will find out. The next question is, what is something unique or fun that you can bring to booktube? Well, something unique I would definitely say is me, but that is such a freaking cliche answer. Everybody says that. I hope I can bring a new perspective. I mean, everybody says that as well. So we're not unique. It's not giving unique. It's not giving fun. I would hope to be fun, and I hope you guys would have fun too. I think I'm quite the individual, but again, I feel like everybody thinks that about themselves. I don't know. I am not in a space to really brag. I just want to geek about books and have some discussions. I've always wanted to just talk. I'm a yapper. I'm very dramatic. I'm very theatrical when I speak. As you can see, I speak with my hands. I enunciate with emphasis. I think I speak with curves and caps over here, some little tiny bubble letters over there, but like, you know, I don't know. I really don't know. You don't know. I would hope you guys just have fun when you come here and know that you are getting a good time, and know that you will be getting honest reviews, and I will be asking for some recommendations as well. You will have a listening ear. If you have any suggestions, I'm here to listen to you guys as well. It's not just a one-way street on this channel. I want you guys to also be able to ask things of me. If you have books or series that you would like me to try, I would definitely like to do that as well. So, you know, you'll get a little bit of everything over here. I'm also a gamer and a nursing student. I will be posting vlogs and videos about those parts of my life as well. I also have a huge family and lots of friends IRL, but I have not seen my friends in such a long time because of school. So hopefully you guys will also be getting some nice vlogs. Yeah. The next question is, what are you most excited for about this channel? I think I'm most excited to meet friends and girlies and maybe some book geysers. Okay, I don't know. Let's just run with it. I hope to just meet like a lot of nice people, like some friends that just have a mutual interest of books and just geeking out about them. I'm excited to see my growth as well as a reader and a content creator. I kid you not, if I can find some old footage of me recording from my iPhone 5, my iPhone 4S, like I done went from planner videos, I made stickers, I've bought a silhouette, so I could, like, when I have a hobby, I dive 10 toes down into that hobby, okay? Like, I love my creative part of my brain. If you guys know anything about your brain, like, we have a side that is very intellectual and we have a side that is very creative. My brain, I think, spends a lot of the time on the intellect side because I'm always in school. I'm always needing to critically think. Now, my creative side has really been also wanting to do some things. With that being said, I think YouTube was like my best outlet to do anything and all things creative. So I've dabbled into photography. I've bought several cameras, different lenses, to learn how to take pictures. I've tried to pose people. I've taken a hobby of sewing, like when I was like really young. I've taken classes to learn Spanish. I've done a lot of hobbies. The next question is a challenge that I think would be hard to overcome. One challenge that I know that will definitely be hard in the near future is me wanting to read and make content for you guys, but also having a heavy course load. As a nursing student, we have a lot. We have a lot going on. We have clinicals, we have lab, then we have other different classes in between. My next semester, I have 5 classes with a lab and then a clinical. I will be in school from Monday to Friday. Then your girl is working on the weekends from Friday to Sunday. I don't know how I'm going to be doing that and filming books. I don't even know how I'm gonna be able to juggle all of that, but we are here, we started, we are just going to try to be consistent and hope for the best. That is just the biggest challenge that I think will be hard to overcome. Another challenge that I think is going to be hard for me is if I'm not able to produce good content that I think is worthy of posting. You guys do not know, like, a lot of the time I have recorded full vlogs and I get to the editing process and I scrap the whole thing. I'm just like, I don't like it. I do not like how I look. I do not like what I'm talking about. What the hell is in the background? Like, there's so many times I have scrapped so many videos, and during those times I've stopped just recording. I get in my head and then that's kind of the end of that. So I really want to just be positive and try to just do the things that I want to do and not care. Well, I do want to care, but I just want to stop being my worst critic. With time and patience, I know that I will get better and I will be where I want to be. I feel like there are a few challenges that I will be having to overcome, but we are going to think positive going into 2025. And yeah, let's get on to the last question. The last question is, what is your book collection like? And as you can see, my book collection is behind me. We have a stack of books here. I did record a book unhaul with these books. They are still here. I have people that have been commenting, telling me which ones that I should definitely toss away. So I'm gonna be repurposing these books and giving them to little libraries. This is my book collection. Oh, damn. That is basically my book collection. Can't wait to meet new book friends and geek out about books and reading and anything bookish. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and honestly, I'm not getting any younger. I don't know why I've waited so long to like really be this consistent. I think this is the most consistent I've been with editing, uploading videos, making content. I've been trying to do better with thumbnails, although all of this is so hard for me because again, this hasn't really been like a big thing. When I was first on YouTube, they would automatically pick a thumbnail for you. They would pick a freeze frame from your video and that was it. There was no option to upload a thumbnail. And then I think it moved to a point where you would have to pick a point in your video that you wanted to be your thumbnail. So now we have a little more creative freedom, and I'm just learning so much about myself and the things that I can do, and I'm just very thankful and excited. I hope I don't discourage myself from making bookish content. I do get in my head a lot and it stops me from pursuing anything further. So let's hope I'm here to stay. Again, if you guys have any questions or suggestions or recommendations, let me know. Also check out the description box, you know, for a little more information about moi. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.